Now. All right, so I'm going to start the recording now. All right, so without further delay, I would like to pass the time to Miss Emily, who will be talking about web AI, web artificial intelligence. Miss Emily, please.
Alright, very good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here with you today to talk about the web development and the AI tools we can use for web development. So, my name is Emily. Okay, I'm the lecturer in iCATS UC. So, I've been involved in web development for several years also. So traditionally, web development has been about creating a user-friendly, responsive, and accessible digital experiences. So today, the web development has become more advanced with the support of modern frameworks. So with the rise of the AI tools, the question is AI tools is not about replacing the developers, but is about how to use these tools wisely to enhance our web development works. So, with the rapid rise of this AI, especially the generative models like ChatGPT, cloud, and also the DeepSeek, we are moving into new era. So AI is no longer just a back-end tools; it becomes an integral part of how we design, build, and interact with the web applications. So developer nowadays can build smarter and, of course, more engaging web experiences than ever before. So in this session, I will share my experience with the experience and experiment with my friend, one of the developer. After testing five leading AI tools for web development, so we will highlight which tools actually works uh, best for front end and which tool is more suitable for back end. Okay, so from our experience, AI actually can significantly shorten the development timeline. So it actually help us the development to shorten the duration from several months to just few weeks. And for senior developer, we even down to a matter of days. We can complete one web development project in several days. Okay, so we hope that this sharing will provide you with insight on how AI can improve your web development journey. So we have tested several tools, AI tools, to help us to start with the web development. So I will share on the front end part. So many students struggle with how to start a new web development, okay, project. So one of the concern is how to design the UI part, okay, how to enhance the UX user experience. So we found out that one of the tools that we can use, there are many tools that we can use. One of the best tool is called Lovable Dev. Okay. Now before that, let's take a look at some data. So actually everyone is using the AI tools. Okay, so according to the data from Brand View Research in 2023, the AI programming tools market has value at 4.86 million in 2023 and is expected to reach 26 million by 2030. So representing a compound annual growth rate of only 30%. So we can see that the AI programming track is becoming increasingly crowded. Okay, so these are several tools according to the data analysis. One of the fastest growing tools is Lovable.dev. Previously, it's called Lovable.ai. So it's developed by 35 people in 8 months, uh, and then they earn 100 million USD. So Lovable AI has achieved the fastest growth rate. It surpassed the OpenAI, one of the uh, famous tool is Cursor, Wix, and other software companies in the history. So it has also recently officially launched the next generation product called Lovable Agent. So they integrate the OpenAI into the Lovable AI. So this action actually reduced the error rate by impressively 91%. So meaning to say that they actually reduce the error rate. Okay. Now this is the level depth. You can see the link at the bottom there. This is the website. Okay. So of course, if you want to use it, you have to sign up first. Lovable Dev is a AI powered app builder. So, but according to our experiment, this one is actually good in helping us in front end development. Okay, we don't really recommend you to use it for back end. Okay, but as I can see, it has been improved because they also integrate the back end part. Okay, I will share on this later on. Okay, so Lovable Dev is helping us in speeding up, especially on the UI and UX design. Okay, so how to use it? User just describe their app's idea in natural language, which is in English. And then the Lovable Dev will translate this description into functional applications. So you can build this from scratch. You just describe all your requirements and the design that you want. Okay, they just key in English and then they will create the apps for you. You can build web or apps using this Lovable Dev. So the platform will handle everything from generating front-end code. Actually, they also support back-end code. And then you can also integrate the database. Then they also help you on deploying the code, not deploying, exporting the code to the GitHub. And then if you want to deploy, you can use the API to deploy it to a hosting site. Okay, so what are the steps if you want to use these AI tools? They provide you the free version, but with a limited prompt. So we test it using this using free version also. Okay, first you need to create your account. You can create your account using your email or GitHub. Okay, and then you can start by typing a prompt. Okay, so let's say you want to start with a web design project. Okay, you want to design, let's say, a library system. Okay, so normally you have to do research on requirement, or you have to deal with your client. What are the requirements? Okay, so if you don't have any idea on how to start with this project, let's say you're a student, you need to do your project, and then you need to come up with a requirement. You can ask ChatGPT, okay, to draft the requirement for you. According to our experiment, actually ChatGPT is the best tools to draft the requirements compared to others like Cloud or DeepSeek. Okay, and then after you get the full requirements, okay, you can just copy the requirements and then you can pass it into the prompt. Okay, the prompt here, right? And then after you type the prompt with all the requirements, you can ask the Lovable to generate the web for you. They will generate it in minutes, okay, in few seconds to minutes. Now, they actually provide 3 ways to start, okay, with your web development. One of the way is using prompt. Another one is using attach. Attach means you can attach any file, existing code, or you can use Figma. So some of the developer, they want to see the prototype first before they convert it into the real development. Okay, so Figma is one of the best tools to develop the working prototype. Okay, so if you have Figma product, you can actually integrate it, or you can import it into this Lovable and then convert it into the code. Okay, so after stage 2, they will generate the AI will generate the apps for you. It's either web or apps. Okay, and then stage 3 is you can do editing and refining. So how do you refine it? You can refine it using chat. They provide an agent for you. You can chat and then edit it. Or you can use select tool, and then you can also undo to previous correction or action. And then lastly, you can also add visuals or images. Then after that, they also handle the afterward for you to deal with the working apps. Okay, the end product you can export it to GitHub. For the free version, you can't download the code. Okay, but you can export it to your GitHub. So you have to create a GitHub account, and then you can export it to your GitHub, and then you can download it from your GitHub. Okay. So basically, you can get the code. You still can get the code, but with different ways to do it. Okay. So you still can export it to your own GitHub. Okay. Now they also provide the integration. Okay, to connect to database and also deploy to hosting platform. So I will talk about that later on. Now, first is to start with the prompt. Okay, so this is how the prompt looks like. So you just type in the idea in the chart, and then they will generate the requirement, and also they will convert the requirement into apps. Okay. Now, one thing is, I really like these features is this is called knowledge base. Knowledge base is they keep track on your requirement. So let's say if you are using the agile methodology, so they change the requirement frequently. So you can update your requirement in a knowledge base. It's like a database to keep track on your requirements. So you can use it, and then you can update your requirements. So this is the first step. After you get the initial product, you can edit and refine. Okay, so you can select tools. Okay, this is the select tools, or you can use the prompt on the left-hand side. You can actually prompt to edit. Okay, so if you want to edit something, you can, let's say you want to change the color or add a footer, just prompt and then they will change it for you. Okay, and then also one of the good thing is you can revert your changes. So let's say after they change it, you apply the changes and you don't like the features, you want to revert back to the previous changes, then you can revert it. Okay, and then you can also add visuals. Okay, they provide the undo features also, so you can undo to the previous version. All right, and then last step, you can export it to the GitHub. Okay, now let's take a look at the architecture behind. So low-level is actually from prompt to prototype. Based on our experience, we don't suggest the developer to use it for back-end part. Okay, for backend, I will introduce you another two tools. Okay, now this lovable dev, this is the architecture of it. So basically, they have the core is LLM, which is the large language model. They are using the LLM to interpret the natural language prompt, and then they use the agent runtime to handle the code generation and data ingestion. Okay, on top of that, the UI provides a friendly interface for the prompt, and also you can preview it in the browser. So the most important thing is they extend the functionality by using the third-party components. So I want to also introduce you the third-party components. On the first one is Superbase. Okay, Superbase is actually database. Okay, and then another one is Netlify. Netlify is for warehousing. All right. So before that, let's take a look at the GitHub part. So for the GitHub, you can just export it. So this is the place that you can export it. So on the page, you can publish it to your GitHub. Okay, as I said before, you cannot download it if you're using free version, but you can export it. So you can see the entire project on the GitHub, then you can download it. Okay, so after we download it to the GitHub, this is not the end of the story. So if you want to make your web to become live, okay, hosted on live, they also provide one of the very famous hosting cloud. They call it as Netlify. Okay, so you can do the CI and CD, continuous integration and continuous development on the Netlify. Netlify is a very popular product because it is using the CDN. Okay, CDN. CDN is they are using the general CDN. General CDN means that they are trying to host multiple copies of the product over different servers, and then when you try to access to the web, they will try to find the nearest server, okay, and then they will direct you to that nearest server so that it will reduce the latency. Okay, so this Netlify that has a free tiers if you want. You can use their hosting. They provide 100 gig bandwidth per month and then 300 build minutes per month. So you can host unlimited site. So if you don't want to purchase the domain name, it's fine. You can also use their subdomain, netlify.x subdomain. Okay. All right. This is just my suggestion. If you have other hosting platform, you can use it. Okay. All right. Now another tools I want to introduce to you is Superbase. Superbase, it sounds very similar to Firebase. So if you have used Firebase before, Superbase actually is similar to Firebase. Okay, Superbase is one of the product that has been officially launched. I think it's last year. Okay, 1 year plus. Okay, so before they launch this Superbase, they actually run the beta for 4 years to make sure that this database can scale well and securely. Okay, so now they actually handle like more than 1 million database officially. Okay, and this Superbase can be integrated into the Weber dev. Okay, now one thing is I want to compare on the Firebase and Superbase. Okay, now why do I highlight these two databases? The reason is actually these two are just database. Okay, but the way they operate it is slightly different. They are so-called BaaS. BaaS stands for backend as a service product. Backend as a service platform. Meaning to say that they handle heavy lifting of databases, but at the same time, they provide other features like user authentication, cloud storage, and also API. So they help you to settle with user login, user sign up. You don't have to build these features on your own. Okay, they provide these features for you. You can just use it. So you can set the user ID inside these two database. So developer can focus on building our apps faster because they reduce part of the backend complexity. Okay, and then most powerful thing is they offer the real-time capabilities. Okay, what is meant by real-time database? Real-time database means that once you update the data, you don't have to refresh your page. Okay, whenever there is an update in the database, they will push the updated data to your site. Okay, you don't have to refresh. Okay, they will push it automatically, so you will get the updated content immediately once it is updated. Okay, so this is the powerful part of Firebase and Superbase. Okay, and let's see the contrast between Firebase and Superbase. Firebase is owned by Google. Okay, owned by Google. So I really like Firebase because I use Android Studio to build my mobile apps and also Flutter. Actually, I connect to Firebase. But if you want to use Firebase, Firebase is no SQL database. Okay, we know that NoSQL database is divided into 4 types. So they are using one of the type, which is document based. So if you look at the figure, you will see that they are using somehow like key value pairs. This is a document based. Okay, and you have to learn don't know SQL like JSON. Okay, how to get the JSON, and so that is a bad thing about if you want to use Firebase, you have to learn NoSQL. Okay, but if you want to present your data in a table format, you cannot do that in Firebase because they offer the NoSQL database. Okay, now the good news is, okay, if you want to use SQL, here is the solution, Supabase. Okay, Supabase is powered by PostgreSQL. Okay, is using the relational SQL database with tables. Okay, so if you get used to SQL, you like the design of a relational database with table and columns and rows of data, you can try Supabase. Supabase is really secure and can scale well. You can scale means that you can they can support a lot of data, okay, big data. So you can use it to store a lot of data, and they also provide you the free version, so you can make use of it. So basically, it's same as other SQL like MySQL, MariaDB, or SQL Server. You can use the SQL queries to perform the CRUD operations, or you can select the data. Okay, so if you look at the diagram here, you can actually use the SQL command. Okay, and one of the thing is Supabase. They also have AI integration. Their AI integration here is OpenAI and Hugging Face. If you heard of Hugging Face, this is one of the popular AI. Sounds like it seems like a GitHub but for AI. Okay, so if you want to explore more on this, you can go to Supabase and then you can learn it. Okay, so my suggestion is if you want to go for SQL, you can use Supabase. If you want to go for NoSQL, then it's Firebase. Okay. According to research, the industry is still heavily using SQL. Okay, so the Supabase is a great platform. Maybe in the future it will replace the MySQL or MariaDB. Okay, perhaps in the future. Okay. All right. This is for front end. Front end, you can start your development. I mean, start only okay using the lovable.f. Okay. Now for the back end part, there are many code editor that you can use. These are 4 famous code editor: Cursor, GitHub with Copilot, Replit, and Windsurf. Okay. After we test on several projects using these tools, we found out that actually this is just our opinion, our personal opinion. We think that the best for now, the best code editor is Windsurf. Okay, it doesn't mean that other tools are not good. Just that the way they debug, find the bug and fix the bug, this is the most efficient one. Okay, Windsurf. Okay, they provide also the free edition, same as Cursor. Cursor also provide the free edition. Windsurf also provide the free edition, so you can create the project from scratch also. Okay, so if you look at the diagram, the image that I post here, on the right hand side, there's something called Cascade chat. Okay, so in the chat, you can actually select the model that you want to use. Okay, so if you look at the model here, they have Gemini, GPT-5 Cloud. Okay, for the free version, you can use the SWE -1. This is the model that created by Windsurf themselves. Okay, I test it. It's quite intelligent, not that intelligent compared to Cloud or Gemini Pro. Okay, but I think it's good enough. You can find the bugs, and then you can ask the Windsurf to fix it for you. Okay, and then after they fix it, if you don't like the fix, you can just undo and revert the code to the history version. Okay. Right. Okay. But you can test on different code editors. Okay. Cursor also they provide the student a free version, so if you want to use it, you can just use it. Okay. My point is, since there are so many AI tools available, so we can just make use of it because it will make our development life easier, okay, and then faster. Okay, according to our experience, of course, you can still use the traditional IDE like VS Code to do your coding or Notepad++, but since there are AI tools, okay, that will make your development smarter, faster, and more presentable. So we just make use of this editor, okay, to make our development life easier. Okay, I think that's all for my sharing. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Emily. Okay, I think Miss Emily, let me recap a few things that Miss Emily said. So we all know that some people, when they talk about using Gen AI tool, the only tool they know is ChatGPT. So this morning, we want to highlight that there are other tools. For everyone's attention, sebenarnya Mr. Teh sudah ada tulis komen, iaitu poin-poin penting daripada Miss Emily pagi ini. Alright, jadi mungkin saya repeat balik. Jadi untuk front end, kalau nak buat website tu cantik ataupun app tu cantik, maka Miss Emily tadi ada berkongsi tentang low verbal AI ataupun yang dikenali sebagai low verbal dev. Okey. Jadi low verbal dev ni sangat berguna kalau kita nak front end yang cantik dan lain-lain. Dan yang menarik mengenai low verbal AI tadi ialah anda juga boleh sampai export dalam GitHub. Contoh kalau kita guna ChatGPT boleh generate kod tu kita boleh download. Jadi low verbal ni lain sikit kena export to GitHub kita sendiri. Lepas we export dalam GitHub, barulah kita boleh download kod dia. Dan selain itu, Miss Emily yang saya amat tertarik, one I'm very interested in is the database just now, especially Supabase. Okay, we have heard of Firebase, SQL, and what I like about Supabase is that not only is it real time, tapi dia menggunakan table, it's a relational database. So I'm quite excited to hear about Supabase, and it was officially launched last year. Okay. Dan yang paling penting ialah database macam Firebase, Supabase ni dia on the cloud, jadi you can always connect online. And then selain itu, I notice that Supabase dia punya size database tu cukup besar. Okay. Dan okay, let me see. Okay, then after that, Miss Emily juga memperkenalkan selain pada database tadi, dia juga memperkenalkan back end. So mengikut kajian Miss Emily, okay, so Windsurf, okay, adalah yang terbaik lah sebab dia boleh buat pieces, fixes. Okay, I think I better share screen. I just realize the screen. Okay, let me make the screen a bit more. Yeah, still sharing screen, right? I mean.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, maybe either you put your first slide there so that we have something to see.
Okay.
I just put the first slide. Okay, so all right. Mana tadi? Okay. Okay, ada orang komen, it really help that Sir write down the key point. Thank you. Itu sengajalah saya tulis komen. Okay, sebelum itu tadi yang saya suka ialah apa tu windsurfer tadi kan, sebenarnya kalau kita pakai ChatGPT dia pun boleh debug juga, tapi mungkin boleh try lah selepas ni cuba pakai windsurf. Saya pun tertarik tentang bug pieces dia. Kadang-kadang kita pakai ChatGPT, kita fix the code tu, suruh dia fix, salah juga jawapan dia. Jadi mungkin windsurf can give a better answer. So the main point I think from Miss Emily is there are many other Gen AI tu bisa ChatGPT, jadi digalakkan cubalah. Itu poin dia. Number two, sebenarnya AI ni, okay, ada juga pelajar Mr. T tanya, dia kata kalau AI maka tak perlulah kita belajar programming. Salah tu, developer masih diperlukan. AI ni hanya bantu productivity. Okay, jadi does anyone have any question? Jadi sekarang kita buka, ada tak soalan, anda boleh kalau nak tanya, anda boleh unmute dan tanya terus ataupun type dalam chat. Jadi kita we wait for a few minutes, okay, to see okay, if anyone has any questions. Alright, we can put it down there. Okay, ada soalan?
Boleh.
Okay, ya teruskan. Mungkin kena cakap kuat sikit ataupun type dalam chat, jadi kita boleh baca soalan tu. Ada dua cara lah, you can unmute and tanya terus ataupun ya teruskan.
Oh ya, kalau begitu. You want to build what?
Is it Cahyana, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
I will type the question first in the chat box.
Okay. Alright, so we wait for Cahyana to type a question. Okay, we add in the chat. Okay, so that is easy for us. Okay, yang lain kalau ada soalan boleh type juga dalam chat. Alright, soalan dia ialah, if you want to build a web-based AI, what tool is the best if we do not really know, not really an expert in AI? Cahyana ni tanya pasal menggunakan AI untuk develop web, betul? Meaning what tool is best if we do not really not familiar with any AI tool. Is that your question, Cahyana?
Oh yeah,
So which
something
one
like that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So initially you want to answer that. Actually, you more or less answer that.
Okay, if your focus is on AI, because the programming language that support the AI, with the library that support AI is Python. Okay, Python have a lot of library to support AI development. But if you want to build a web-based AI, perhaps you can just go for Python with the framework of what's the name of it? Sorry, I forgot the name of it. It's Django. Another one is
You mean alternative to Django?
yes.
I only know the front end of like Vue, Django. What's the alternative to Django? Suddenly I cannot recall from.
Flask.
Flask or Python one, right?
Because AI Python have a lot of library. So perhaps if you want to focus on AI, because
Uh, be-
India's one is web-based AI.
yeah,
So
so,
if your focus is AI, then you use Python with Cluster. But if your focus is website, and then you integrate some AI features, then you can use PHP is fine. Okay.
Cahyana mungkin nak bantu to help. Okay, if you are serious, some of the website is like very serious, hardcore AI, then you have to use Python and Flask. Okay, because why a lot of AI memang pakai Python. And then if you want to talk about that, tak cukup lah. We cannot answer in detail that type of question. But let's say you have a website, let's say you are just using PHP website, a simple website, and then you want to show off a little bit of AI feature like the chatbot feature and all that lah, just to show off a bit lah, nampak macam intelligent tapi sebenarnya not really hardcore AI. That one you can still use PHP sebenarnya ada caranya. Contoh if you prompt in ChatGPT, you ask them, okay, boleh tak aku nak buat PHP website and then I want to have some chatbot yang nampak intelligent. You will be surprised that ChatGPT can give you the code, tapi itu bukan really AI lah. That one is just to show off your website ada AI features. So some of my students, they do that also. Tapi untuk yang betul-betul asli AI, serious hardcore AI, then you have to go to Python. And just in case we misunderstand your question, if you are talking about Gen AI, maksudnya you just want to create website, bukan get website yang ada ciri-ciri AI like that, then you can use the tool that Miss Emily recommend this morning. All the tools that she mentioned this morning lah. Okay, you can try to use that tool. Okay, I hope I answer your question, Cahyana.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, alright. Ada tak soalan lain? Okay, is there any question you can put inside the chat? Any other question? Let me wait for a few more minutes. Emily, can I ask you a question or cannot ask? No lah, I'm just curious about the hosting just now you mentioned.
Hosting Netlify, is it?
Yeah. So you compare to Hostinger, you think it's more friendly, is it?
The way they operate is different. Hostinger is using server.
Correct.
But
you highlight the multi-server thing, eh?
They are using the CDN. CDN is let me share the slide.
Yeah, man. I think we answered the question first. There's a new question. All right, I read out the question. So basically, using this AI tool. Okay, so this AI tool, we can build the website and we can choose what the programming language, right? Oh yeah, what programming? Yeah, I'm curious to know that also. All right, I pass the time to Emily.
For the windsurf, or you can use cursor also. The cursor is also a great tool. It doesn't mean that other AI tools is not good. I think cursor is also good. But we found out that it's not that smart in back-end coding compared to windsurf. But these tools it's just helping you only. Sometimes I make mistake also. So you still have to know, you still have to learn the coding. You still have to understand the coding. Sometimes I make mistake. So we have to revert back to the previous changes. Okay, now regarding the programming language, so far I use it for PHP, Java, and also Flutter. Actually, they can support many languages.
We can specify. We can specify what language you want.
You don't have to tell them what is the language. They will detect it by default.
So depending on what we prompt them, what our requirement.
Yes. Even though you have existing code and then you ask them to explain it to you or fix it for you, they can give you suggestion. Okay, they can detect the language and then they can give you the suggestion. Not all the suggestions are actually not all the suggestions are correct. So developers still have to justify which one is correct, which one is incorrect. Okay.
And I want to add on to what Miss Emily said. Even when I teach my students, I said one of the technique we can do is we tell the ChatGPT tools what is our existing database. So sometimes we even upload the entire SQL statement of our database, and then we ask the AI tool to generate the PHP code or whatever code to suit that database. Okay, so sometimes I do tricks like that. And then sometimes I ask the student to ask the tool, okay, for example, to separate, to include security feature, to separate the CSS, things like that. But I believe that the AI tools that Miss Emily mentioned this morning will be quite smart. Okay, so it should have certain kind of standard. All right, so to answer the question, can we choose the programming language? Yes, I support many languages. I believe you can also specify. All right, so I hope that answers the question. But the most important thing is kita jangan pakai apa yang AI tu beri, kita kena adjust juga. And sometimes you need to prompt carefully. Contoh, you minta AI tu itu separate the CSS definition, generate code yang secure, you need to double check. Okay, you always need to double check. Okay, I hope that answer the question. To me, cara kita prompt sangat penting. Ataupun yang dicadangkan oleh Miss Emily, kita dah ada code. Ataupun kita dah ada SQL statement database tu, kita upload, kita beritahu dia, and then let the system prompt. Alright. Any other questions before we log off? Okay, before that, I believe we want to take attendance. So I'm going to Valerie. Can you share the attendance in the chat? Jadi untuk perhatian semua, please fill your attendance. We are going to share the attendance link right now. Okay, Valerie. Alright, you can see the form, okay. Sila ambil masa Google Form, okay, untuk attendance, okay. So please click on the Google Form, and then as usual, lepas kita ambil attendance, kita akan ambil gambar, alright. So nanti saya akan minta semua buka kamera lah, dan Miss Valerie yang bersama Mr. Tess ini akan ambil gambar, alright. So okay, so please fill in, take time to fill in the, okay. So do we have any last question before? Okay, so if we have any last question, we can type inside the chat. Otherwise, we're going to end the session soon. Jadi, again, diminta click on the Google Form link untuk isi attendance. Dan jangan lupa isi attendance. And then, okay, any last question before we ambil gambar? Okay, this will be our last question. Okay. Mr. Tay, you said before about building a chatbot. We want to build our own chatbot, but not based on ChatGPT. Could you please give us a suggestion to build that? Okay, I will type inside the prompt. Okay, I typed something in the chat there. You can ask ChatGPT to use PHP, MySQL table, create a chatbot based on rules-based expert system. Jadi sebenarnya sistem tu ada nampak bodoh sikit lah, dia stupid lah. Actually what happened is that this type of, I'm sure some of you, when you use chatbot, you kind of chatbot a bit stupid, right? You ask some question and then it try to answer, but actually what happened is that it try to find the keyword, and based on the keyword that you ask, okay, based on the keyword that you type, and then it will give the answer. So if you ask ChatGPT, you say, okay, I want to use PHP only. I want you to create a chatbot, and then I'm going to use table. Okay, can you please design a chatbot that use table, that use PHP, and then it's actually a rule based, right? Jadi sebenarnya ada ciri-ciri expert system di mana dia sebenarnya pakai rules, dia pakai chat. So you can start from there, you can play around with it. So when Mr. Ted do this, when I ask my student to do this, I pakai ChatGPT. Mungkin you boleh try dalam tu yang Miss Emily mention pagi ini. Jadi rahsia pada prompt ni ialah it depend on how you ask the tool. Okay, jadi katakan tak nak susah-susah, kita nak simple-simple saja, boleh tak? Boleh try ya. Okay, alright. Okay, alright. So now you just want to ambil gambar. Okay, alright. Okay, so we're going to take picture now. So boleh minta semua buka screen, and now I pass the time to Verily. Verily will say, okay, senyum ke apa ke. Alright, so I give to Verily. Jadi diminta semua buka kamera. Alright. Okay, I wait for Miss Valerie to ambil gambar before I make announcement. Alright, while Miss Valerie is getting ready, by the way, tomorrow, hari Khamis, tomorrow, Thursday, is our last virtual session that will be dengan from Telkom. And okay, so there will be, I think there is a sharing where is my poster. I have forgot my poster. Give me a moment. Okay, Miss Valerie, I think you can. So you ambil gambar first, huh? Yeah. Okay. Alright, while I find the poster, I'll let Miss Valerie ambil gambar dulu. Jadi sila buka kamera. Okay.
Change it into grid.
Yeah, why am I not grid now? Is it
Sorry?
grid lah? Why are they not grid? Some of them. Is there
Okay, you don't. Okay, I don't pin. I think just now do we pin anything? So let's say I unpin the. Okay, kejap ya. Kami nak I'm adjusting something here. I don't know whether is it because I pin something. No, I don't pin.
Stop sharing first.
Okay, we stop sharing. We stop sharing. I remove the pin. Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, Miss Valerie, ambil gambar dulu.
Okay, I'm taking the first page. Wait. Second page. Third page. And the last page.
Alright, and okay, thank you everyone for your time. And tomorrow, okay, wait, aku nak share the poster. Tomorrow session will be by Dr. Siti, okay, Dr. Siti Zakia, Head of Hospitality Program. Tajuk dia From Sundanese Tradition to Global Connection West Java Cultural Exchange. So tomorrow will be Thursday, 10 o'clock Malaysia time, 9 o'clock Bandung, Indonesia. So tomorrow, 10 o'clock Malaysia, 9 o'clock Bandung, Indonesia. And thank everyone for your attention pagi ni. Thank you and sayonara. Have a nice day, everyone. And meeting to all.